Better. Just feel that rotation. We're going to be really happy. Now that ball's actually starting to move back to the left a little bit, so that's good. So we were talking about your setup alignments, okay? And how they translated to what is happening at impact, okay? Now, you said you get scoopy, ball goes to the right, you're adding a little bit too much loft to it. Now, I see that happening because when you set up, you get everything too far away from the golf ball, right? And then as you're trying to get down to it, you're pulling your hands far away from your body. All angles have been extended, and then you just add that little scoop there at the end, right? So the fix to that is getting a player in a position where they're closer and more on top of the golf ball, right? That's the feel I want to get for you. So instead of getting a lot of knee bend and a lot of tilt forward with the body and then a reach, I want you to feel everything's more stacked up on top, right? So go ahead and set up real quick. Feel like you're closer to the golf ball. First checkpoints you want to have are the kneecaps and the balls of the feet, right? Your pelvis is more naturally under you now, and the shoulders are more rounded, right? The upper spine is rounded here, okay? Oh, when you set up to that, you don't feel like your arms are far away from you reaching, correct? No. Now they're not. They're just hanging down from the sockets, which is the ideal position that you want to find yourself in as a player when you're setting up to a golf ball, right? If you have to reach, that starts throwing balance points off. Yeah. And when we throw balance points off, we throw our body's ability to rotate and pivot through a golf ball, which, as you know, could be pretty bad. So the feel I want you to have, so when you go up to the top of your backswing, go up and stop. Okay. When you start coming down, feel like you're bringing this shoulder more on top of that golf ball now. Okay. Got to get that square. Yeah. But that's going to help you cover it. That's going to get you the compression you want and help you start lowering the golf shots, right? You want that trajectory to come more down when you're hitting. Oh, if you could get that nice stable position where you're balanced and then feel like the right shoulder is going to get moved down to the golf ball, you're going to be in a lot better position. So go ahead and hit one real quick. Try and feel that right shoulder moving down. That's really solid. That's good compression. That's the feel you want. If you can get yourself in that position where you keep covering that golf ball more with that shoulder, you know, versus moving back and throwing at it, you're going to be in a lot better position. Oh, that's all right. I saw you hit, and I've been noticing that right is your friend. Did you agree with that? Not you don't like to have it as a friend, but it's your friend. So most of your shots are falling off to the right.
It hasn't been that way. That's the thing. It's only been the last sort of month.
Okay.
Everything else I've been able to hit draw, and throw darts.
Sure.
That's what the frustrating part is.
Sure.
Something's changed.
Well, I mean, the first thing I noticed is how weak your grip is, right? Anytime you get that V pointed outside of your lead shoulder, you know, you're asking for right shots, or you're asking for a whole hell of a lot of timing through impact to try and square it up, right? Which is not ideal. No, it's definitely not. So, I mean, if we're looking at a club face, let me borrow your club for a second. When you're coming down, you want to feel like the toe is going to match your back line, okay? That could put us in a position where all we have to do is just turn into that golf ball. Your club face is back here at this point, which tells me that there has to be a big late square up move. There are players who could sit here and boom, flex that down, but then you see the arm extension. I don't love that, right? I'd rather the club face just be square here and then turn around and release out in front of us. So let's set you up where we're getting that grip on there stronger. Let's get this V more over at the right shoulder, and let's get the right hand more underneath, okay? Oh, let's see this. Feel like we're getting that more in the fingers. Wrap that over. Good, good. Now put the other hand on, okay? So everything's more underneath with that now, right?
Yep.
You feel that? It's going to feel uncomfortable for you, but that's good.
But it also feels like I'm adding a lot of tension.
More tension?
Trying
to get it underneath? Well, if you look at your forearm,
Yep.
Get your forearm like this, and then wrap it a little bit more, okay? No, right here.
Oh, that. Yep.
Yep. Now put it on like that. There you go. Good. Now set up to that ball. That still looks loose. I don't see anything popping out there. There you go. Those arms are just hanging down. That grip is stronger. Go ahead and give me a swing. All right, go ahead and try another one. Or grab another golf ball. Give me a swing with that. Really feel that your arms are just hanging there, okay? Get that strong grip on. It's gonna be awkward in the beginning. I'm okay with that. You can get that a little stronger. There you go. There you go. Let everything just hang. Make your move and turn. There you go. Started out a little bit right, but it just went straight. It didn't have any fall off, right? Now that's telling me the path's a little bit under, but if it's going right and we can get rid of that curve, then all we have to do is get your body to rotate a little bit more to try and get that out front, right? The more you rotate, the more that's going to get that club head moving left, which in your case would neutralize it. Say that again?
It holds the club head still and makes it
Correct,
repeatable.
correct. The more rotation, the less you're going to have to try and square that club face up. That's exactly what you're looking for. Go ahead and hit one more for me. Better. Just feel that rotation. We're going to be really happy. Now that ball's actually starting to move back to the left a little bit, so that's good. When we look at your golf swing, right, we're just talking about some fundamental issues that you have, right? Now, your backswing gets really long, crossed, and incredibly sloppy at the top, right? But it all starts because of how you start your takeaway. So let me borrow this club real quick. So if we look at everything you do, you set up and you get way too much pressure forward because you tilt your chest too far, okay? When we don't have the good balance points at the setup, that's gonna put us in a position where we start getting the club to suck way too far behind us, right? And that puts you on the trail towards getting everything really crossed up at the top. So what I want you to do first off is get a balance point where you feel taller, right? So balls of the feet, kneecaps, then we're gonna kind of round over to get, the back of the armpits lined up with everything there, with our ass more underneath us, right? We don't wanna be in a position where we're sticking our butt too far back and leaning. Keep everything more underneath. From there, once you start tilting down, I want you to feel an exaggerated feel. I want you to feel that the club head is gonna stay way outside the hands, okay? That's not reality. We aren't looking for that to be what happens with you. We wanna get you in a position where the club head is tracing more along toe line, okay? If we can get that club on toe line and then work it up, get everything set by P3, and just finish the turn to the top, then you're gonna be in a nice, repeatable position where you can have a good downswing functioning out of there, right? Make sense? So go ahead and grab this club real quick. Let's check the setup first.
Yeah, how much of everything else of setup matter in terms of elbows being tucked in and things like that?
I don't mind your arm. I just didn't like how you're reaching for the ball.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't mind. That's good structure right there.
yeah,
Okay?
stand tall.
Yeah. So then you're going to feel, start going back slowly. Stop. So you see how your chest has done most of the work right here?
Yeah.
Okay? From here, we're just going to try and get our hands to hinge as the arm climbs up a little bit. So now we're at P3, right?
Yep.
The lead arm is parallel to the ground. From here, all we need to do to complete the swing is just turn, right?
Yep.
That puts us in that good position that we're looking for, right?
Yep.
We don't need to feel there's any lift and extra set out of the hands here, right?
Okay.
It's just simply getting ourselves in a good position at P3
Yep.
and then finishing the turn to get us to the top. So if you look at what we did here, you have really good turn out of your pelvis here.
Yep.
You got a good 90-degree turn out of your chest, right?
Yep.
Head's in a good position. Pressure's looking like it's pretty well in the inside heel of that foot, right?
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
So everything's moved well. We've loaded. We've stacked up. And the club face is under control. Arms are in a good position.
Yep.
You could probably deal with pushing this out a little bit more.
Yep.
Boom. That's where you're trying to get at the top. That's what I want you to feel every time, okay? That is your perfect model. If you were to take that picture and keep it, you would play a lot more effective golf from there
Right.
than you are
Like
at the
that.
curve.
Hey guys, if you like this video, please like and comment
I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Thanks a lot, you guys.